All right, guys, something massive just shifted in the global balance of power, and most people missed it. A single phone call, 35 minutes, and suddenly one of the world's most important partnerships, the United States and India, is wobbling on the edge of collapse. So yeah, buckle up, because today we're unpacking how one man's ego, a few tariffs, and some very cozy photo ops with Putin and Xi Jinping could redraw the world map. Let's dive in. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me here on the baseline. So think about that for a second. We're talking about 1.4 billion people, the world's fastest growing economy, the democracy that was supposed to be America's counterweight to China. And it all unraveled because Donald Trump couldn't resist claiming he deserved a Nobel Peace Prize. Now, you might laugh, right? But because it does, it sounds ridiculous. But here's the thing. This little spat could raise your gas prices, disrupt global tech supply chains, and reshape the jobs your kids grow up into. That's how high these stakes are. So let's start with you. Let's start with us. Imagine you're filling up your car tomorrow, and suddenly gas is $6 a gallon. Or your iPhone costs 20% more because supply chains are rerouted. Now, that's not some faraway diplomatic squabble. That's what happens when superpowers clash. And India is the swing state of the 21st century. It's like a messy breakup, guys. For decades, America courted India, dinner dates, gifts. You're the chosen one. Help us keep China in check. And just when the relationship was getting serious, Trump storms in with a bouquet of tariffs and a megaphone yelling, "Your economy is dead." Who does that? It's crazy, guys. But here's what went down. June 17th, after 4 tense days of India and Pakistan clashing, Trump calls both leaders. 35 minutes later, he emerges declaring he personally brokered peace. "Give me my Nobel Peace Prize." But Modi, India's prime minister, basically said, no, nobody forced us into anything. That's when the spiral begins, right? Because Trump, furious at being denied the glory, slaps 50% tariffs on Indian goods. And then classic Trump, he goes further, accusing India of financing Russia's war in Ukraine because they're buying cheap Russian oil. So pause here, guys. On the world stage, words matter. For decades, Washington positioned India as the democratic counterweight to China. Obama even called it the defining partnership of the 21st century. And in one tantrum, Trump flips that script. Meanwhile, picture this. While Trump is hurling insults, Modi is like holding a summit with China, holding hands with Putin and Xi Jinping. Now, what are the optics here? Brutal. The US pushed India straight into China and Russia's arms. Now, that's like your best friend getting mad at you, and the next day you post Instagram stories clinging champagne glasses with their worst enemy. It's petty, yes. Strategic, also yes. But here's the catch. Beneath all the theatrics, deeper forces are at play. India and China may smile for the cameras, but let's not forget, they've literally killed each other's soldiers on the Himalayan border. India doesn't trust Beijing, and Modi knows his real growth engine, technology, manufacturing, military equipment, still runs through the West. So what's actually happening then? Leaders matter. Trump's ego bruised Modi. Modi has to show toughness domestically. And suddenly, decades of careful United States-India courtship feels like it's circling the drain. So let's zoom out just for a moment, because this isn't just about bruised egos. It's about tectonic plates grinding beneath our feet. India has 1.4 billion people, a median age of 28. China is aging and shrinking. India is the growth story of the century. 6, 7, 8% GDP growth, while the United States crawls at 3. This isn't a dead economy. This is the rocket ship. And here's the scary part. If America loses India, guess who wins? China. Imagine a Beijing, Moscow, New Delhi axis. They don't even need to love each other. They just need to agree on one thing: limiting US power. That's game over for the post-World War II order. And if you think that's just speculation, wait till I show you the one quiet move happening behind the scenes that almost nobody talks about. It's called the Quad. The United States, India, Japan, Australia. Not a formal alliance, but a military partnership aimed at shaping China's rise. For years, it was low-key, but now it's the backbone of Indo-Pacific security. But here's the thing. Right now, the Quad is silent. No flashy joint statements, no chest-thumping drills. Why? Because India is upset, and Washington doesn't want to spook them any further. Now, behind the scenes, through intelligence sharing, arms sales, and joint innovation projects are still happening. Now, that means this spat may be surface drama, but if it hardens, the Quad could collapse. And that's the kind of power vacuum China salivates over. So let's call this what it is: pettiness at the top. It's endangering billions of lives and trillions of dollars. Trump wanted applause, Modi wanted autonomy, and suddenly your gas prices are on the line. But here's the hope, right? History shows India and America do converge when it matters. Security, technology, democracy, these are deeper than tariffs or tweets. Think Apple moving manufacturing into India. Think United States and India start drilling together in the Indian Ocean. Think young Indian engineers powering Silicon Valley. The partnership is bigger than tantrums. So where does this leave us? Well, India matters, not just as a partner, but as the swing state of the entire world. If America nurtures the relationship, it has an ally against authoritarian power. If it fumbles, it wakes up isolated. And here's the part most people miss. You watching this right now, you're already ahead, because while headlines obsess over trade wars and summit handshakes, you guys are seeing the pattern. You see the ego games, the ripple into your wallet, your job, your future. So yes, the challenges are huge, but clarity is power. And because you see it clearly, you're already stronger than 90% of people out there, sleepwalking through this moment. And it's an important moment. Stay sharp, stay tuned. Let me know, guys. Do you think I got this all right? Do you think I got it all wrong? Leave a comment in the section below. I read all comments. I reply to all of them as well. I value your opinion. So please communicate with me. And once again, thank you guys so much for watching The Baseline. I appreciate you guys, and we'll catch you the next round. All right. Cheers, everybody.